Hey, I'm Todd. Thanks for choosing to watch my video, and if you would subscribe it, like it, all that stuff, that'd be great. Otherwise, enjoy the video, and I hope it gives you the information you need and is helpful to you. Take care. So I do get a lot of comments with people saying I have saved them a lot of money, and I do get questions, hey, can I send you some money somehow? And now there is a way, if you so choose, called fan funding. You'll find it on the channel page right there. 2005 Kia Amanti CV axle replacement. This is the passenger side. Got the cover off. Going to take a 21 millimeter lug nuts off. All bolts and nuts are left to loosen, right to tighten. Remove the cotter key here. You can straighten it out and reuse it, or just get a new one. 32 millimeter. You can also just break this loose with a 1/2-inch breaker bar. Keep the tire on, take the cover off, get the cotter key off, and then you can break it loose while the tire's on the ground, or have someone step on the brakes. They can hold the rotor with the brakes. So, a couple ways to do it, or use a gun. Then run underneath the vehicle. We're going to take out this 17 millimeter bolt over here and this one over here, and separate the string knuckle assembly here and push it outward. So when I'm working here, this is what I'm doing, taking these two bolts off here, 17 millimeter. We'll swing this out. This is going through pretty nice and freely. CV axle. If it doesn't, we maybe tap it gently with a hammer, and maybe need some spray penetrant spray in here, but it should just pull off. So that's out. We'll go in here. It's a two-piece deal here. So we're going to hit that with a hammer and a punch probably, or a pry bar right here. We're going to drive this out. It's just kind of a friction fit in here in this bearing assembly. So we'll knock this out. That's what we'll be doing. It's been driven out. Should be able to just pull the whole assembly through the wishbone here, in here. That is removing it. There's a little clip on there. I'm going to try and, when we put the new one on, we're going to be forcing that over that spring clip in a groove there. So I just put a little bit of grease or lubricant on the new piece on the inside there, help it slide on. And so we'll feed the new piece through, maybe have someone help hold this out of the way. We'll slide the new piece right through there.
Alright, thanks.
So hopefully you saw me pulling in here to keep it that joint straight. And we basically pushed it on. Looks like it's on there. So we'll just put this back together. Now the bolts below here, you do want to make sure you start them by hand 3 or 4 turns. Don't want to strip the threads. I'm going to put this on like so. Start the other bolts and I'll be right back with some torque specs for you. Alright, so the lug nuts are about 80 foot-pounds. The 2 bolts down below are about 80 foot-pounds. And those have a bit of a range, about 20 foot-pounds range, but I just put it right in the middle there, about 80. And this is about 160, 170, about, that's a range again. I think the range is actually 145 to 207, quite a range. But I go around 160, and then you tighten it more to get to the hole, because you're going to drop your cotter key back in. It's got a couple options, so start at about 160 probably, and then I would turn it until you get to your hole. And drop in the cotter key. That's really it. Hope this helps you do your CV axle on your Kia vehicle. It should work for many makes and models and years. Very basic setup on the Kia. Good luck to you. So here's a trick for doing it yourself. Use a large screwdriver or small pry bar. There's some vanes up here for the rotor. Just stick it in there. And just like that. And the hole's basically lined up. So we'll just drop our cutter key in. So taking off your hubcap on your Kia, there is a notch here and a notch here, so you want to, when you're putting it back on, you want to be aware of that. It just snaps on and off. It's a friction fit. Use a screwdriver and pop it out with this little notch there. Snap back on.